Today is October 28th, 2015, and here's another article that I found over on Wired by Taylor Glasscock, the Japanese gamers who prefer to date video game characters. What is the world coming to? Let's go ahead and dig into this. Online dating has lost its stigma. You'd be hard-pressed to find a single 20-something who isn't on Tinder, OkCupid, Happen, or any one of the countless dating apps. You can debate the impact this has had on love and relationships, but what happens when you make courtship an actual game? According to the Japan Times, 37.6% of those surveyed by the government said they had no interest in a romantic partner, and most of them cited bothersome as their biggest reason for shunning relationships. Virtual relationships are another matter entirely, and some Japanese men favor virtual companions like Renko, Nene, and Mananka of Konami's Love Plus. Have to look that up. Haven't heard of it. Using a Nintendo console or an iPhone, Love Plus players can adjust their girls' moods and personalities to suit their preferences, exchange romantic emails, and buy gifts. In 2010, players could even rent rooms for themselves and their consoles during a promotion between Konami and hotels in Japan's Atami resort town. Women tend to prefer Atami games, which are romance novel mobile apps. Often these games revolve around wooing a male character before the end of the game and are less interactive than games like Love Plus. Dating sims are among the few game genres in Japan designed for and actively marketed to women. In Playing for Love, Swedish photographer Lulu Diaki, hope I said that right, and writer Roland Fisher explore the engrossing subculture of virtual romance gaming. Working primarily in Tokyo, Diaki and Fisher spent a month interviewing players and attending events associated with Love Plus and its ilk. The photographer was interested in the real-life stories of people who choose simulated romance. I guess the appeal about the love game might be the frictionless relations one can have with the virtual girlfriend, Diaki says. It is a dreamy and very innocent type of relation. The pair worked with a local fixer because it was tricky finding people willing to be photographed. In an ironic twist, they occasionally had to woo potential subjects for dinner. Diaki ended up photographing about 10 people for the story, and events and locations were where gamers frequent. It took a great deal of time and patience, but in the end, it worked out fine, Diaki says. Diaki met a few subjects several times. While some players realize it's a game, others live in a world somewhere between reality and fantasy. A gamer named Masano has been dating his virtual girlfriend since 2009 and brings his console everywhere he goes. He told Diaki that all he really wants is someone who tells him good morning when he wakes each morning and good night when he goes to bed each night. Kosaki, a former Love Plus player, stopped playing when the developer stopped updating the Nintendo DS version of the game. Just like in real love, the story has to evolve, otherwise the relationship has no future, he told Diaki. Not all who play these games are lonely or out of touch, and Diaki said she found most stories about romance games to be one-sided and unfair. She wanted to look beyond the stereotypes and stigmas. I hope that people who see the pictures and read the story understand that this is not a norm, but one part of Japanese culture, Diaki says. I hope that we manage to go a little deeper. Well, what do you folks think? It sounds to me like these people are a little bit out of touch. I mean, you're embracing a console and a virtual girlfriend. Why not just get somebody real? I mean, I can understand not wanting to deal with someone, but at the same time, that's what helps you grow and evolve. Don't you think? Anyways, go ahead, leave some comments down below. This article will also be down below in the show more section. And as always, that'll do it for this article. This is September Man out.